You know, we rely on our cars to get our families around town safely. So imagine sitting in it and it suddenly accelerates on its own, plowing through the garage, causing thousands of dollars damage.
It's exactly what a couple in southeastern Arizona says happened to them recently, and they're blaming this on a manufacturer's defect. 3 on Your Side's Gary Harper and his team have been investigating. Gary's here in the studio tonight with what you guys have found.
Yeah, happy to say nobody was injured in this mishap, but it has left this couple very shaken and kind of nervous. This all happened recently to a couple living in a small town in southeastern Arizona. They say their 2019 Subaru somehow got a mind of its own, if you will, and drove right through their garage. And as 3 on Your Side discovered, consumers across the nation have complained about the exact same thing happening.
Waited for the garage door to go up, and the car just took off on its own, plowed right through there, and when it went through and came to a stop, the wheels were still spinning until she turned the vehicle off.
You're looking at damage that Ron Pepe says was caused by his Subaru.
This is a real mess. This is a real mess here. Thousands and thousands of dollars worth of destroyed.
Ron's wife, Teresa Rawls, was behind the wheel of that 2019 Subaru Outback, pretty similar to this one that we found on the internet. Teresa, who frequently drives the car, says for unexplained reasons, the vehicle lurched forward on its own, crashing into their garage.
I was sitting in my car with it idling with my foot firmly on the brake. I always hit the garage door opener. It's a big steel building, and I wait for the garage door to fully open. And when the garage door was just a third of the way up, before I knew what was happening, it literally shot forward.
Teresa says the unexplained incident happened in a blink of an eye.
This all literally happened. It was less than 2 seconds. I did not know what was happening.
Wow, that 2 seconds, I bet, was like a lifetime because you're trying to figure out what's going on.
It was a nightmare. And I recognized that I was hitting everything, all my husband's equipment for welding. I was hitting all these things and nothing was stopping it. And it was terrifying.
3 on Your Side looked into the issue, and we discovered numerous published reports of consumers who claim their Subaru suddenly accelerated for no reason, just like Ron and Teresa say their car did. In fact, a couple of class action lawsuits have been filed against Subaru claiming defects that cause sudden and unintended acceleration, and say hundreds of consumers have lodged complaints with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and on consumer websites complaining of similar events affecting their vehicles.
Subaru, my personal opinion, missed a golden opportunity here. They could have gotten out in front of this years ago when these issues started happening.
3 on Your Side got a hold of Subaru about Teresa's situation, and in response, they wrote us an email saying, "We are aware of the incident involving Miss Rawls and her Subaru at her home. Miss Rawls' vehicle was thoroughly and methodically inspected by trained Subaru technicians who did not find any defects in the vehicle that could have caused the incident that she describes." They go on to say, "We are not aware of a single confirmed case of unintended acceleration in a Subaru vehicle, ever." But Ron and Teresa say they don't agree, claiming they're living witnesses and they're hoping something will be done.
This is not about money. This is about the fact that something's not being recognized that is occurring to people.
All right, according to the couple, Subaru told them that the incident may have happened because the floor mat got stuck on the accelerator, causing the car to launch forward. The couple says they are not buying that excuse at all because this viewer says, my foot was clearly on the brake and for some reason it just started off on its own. And again, remember, she said that when she got out of the car, the tires were still spinning. So we're going to check in again with the Subaru. We're going to stay on top of this. But again, they say this was not a manufacturer's fault, not any kind of a defect. But if there's an update, we'll stay on top of it and we'll let everybody know in a follow-up report if there is one.
Yeah, either way, a lot happened in those 2 seconds. Just glad they're okay, Gary.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, nobody was injured, and that's the good news.
All right, thanks.
Sure.